So hello and welcome to HTML tutorial number 1. So I'll be teaching you HTML in a series of tutorials that will come about constantly, presumably, until I have it all, but that's going to take a while, and I don't know if I'll get bored with that. I probably will, because I get bored easily. You can just hope for the best. So, to start off with some basic facts about HTML. They're not really that important, it's just interesting to know in my opinion, but I find plenty of stuff interesting to know. So, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and surprisingly it is a markup language. So there are different versions, and the first one was just called HTML, and some people refer to it as HTML1, and it was in 1991. And the most current one is HTML5, and that was this year, 2012. So there are different ways that you can create an HTML file or web page, and presumably you're going to use a text editor because that's what HTML is written in. So suggestions are Notepad for Windows, TextEdit if you're on a Mac, and God knows whatever you use on Linux, if it even works. No offense to anyone who uses that. And then what I'm using is Notepad++, so it's fairly simple. And to set it up with Notepad++, you just open it, and then you press the new button and you have a new file. So to set it up, it's really simple. You just click on language, under H, HTML. Done. So the first thing that you need when you write an HTML file or a web page is the document type tag, and this isn't case sensitive, so we use the angular brackets for tags in HTML, and then you put in whatever needs to go in there. So it's like that, or you can also have it with capitals, but it doesn't matter which. And then inside the tag as well, you put whatever is unique to that tag. So with HTML5, it's really simple. It's just like that. With HTML 4.01, you had to copy and paste all of that. So that's the beginning of your file. So then the most important tag apart from that is the HTML tag, and that says that you're starting to write your HTML. And I find it easier to close off my tags like that before I go on to anything else. And so then the tag that goes at the top of your page is the head tag. Now the head tag is, say if you're on Facebook and the tab at the top of the page, on the tab it says your name or Facebook or whatever it might say on it, then that goes in the head tag. Like that. Then the next one is whatever goes actually on the page that you see. So on Facebook that would be your wall, for example. So that is the body tag. And so that is your basic setup of an HTML file. I mean, obviously you can make it easier to read, but so that is basically how I would set it up. And so then you have other tags that go inside these things, such as the heading, paragraph, link and image tags. So this is really simple. We have heading 1 as the biggest heading. So I'll just put a 1 in there. Heading 2. Heading 4. Heading 5. It's important that you do press the right button, because otherwise it won't work. And there'll be a link in the description to a page that you can just copy and paste your whatever is in your HTML file onto there, and it will validate it for you to see if it is a valid document or not. So those are your headings. Then the next is paragraph. So you'd presumably have that under a heading. So that's just P. Then you type in your text. So paragraph 1, for example. And then under heading 2 I could put paragraph 2. It's fairly simple. And then under the other ones I could put that, but I'm not going to bother. Then you could have links. So if you want to link to maybe another file, or another HTML file, or a web address, then you use this. So href. Now href is an attribute, and we'll learn about those at a later date. Maybe in the next video or the video after. So then you put the link in speech marks. So I'll just put insert link here, because I don't have a link to put in there. Then you close the angular brackets. Then you type whatever you want to be linked to say. So this is link. So then you have to close the tag. So that's how you insert a link. And the final one is an image. So img is the image tag. And so you have the src attribute. As I said, we'll learn about those later. And then in speech marks, just put the name of the image, followed by the file type as it appears on the name of it. And then, to help your page load more quickly, you can put the width and height. So say it's 100 pixels tall and 100 wide and 100 tall. Then you close off the tab. So that is really simple. So now, because I don't have an image on there, I'm going to remove these and save on the file. Go to File, Save As. So if this will be replaced with Save Index, because that is usually your main page, and then you can launch it in browser of your choice if you've got it installed. So I'm going to launch in Chrome. That's what I use. So then, this is what it is. So this is heading 1. This is the paragraph under heading 1. This is heading 2. Paragraph under heading 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which is the very smallest. So thank you for watching, and be sure to tune into the next tutorial when it's released.